Favorite moment of the season, I think, was when Jacob Sullivan was in his playoff to go from regional to sectional. He didn't win, but it was a two-hole sudden death playoff. And watching and having all the kids follow him through the course, stroke by stroke, was very cool. That was like being at PGA.
That's awesome.
I think everybody gets along really well. I think they're a team that supports each other and has a good time. They're serious about golf, but they have a good time, and they treat each other well.
Cool.
I think what I'm most excited about is that we've got kids who have the potential to go to state, and they have the desire to go to state, and they work on that through the summer and the season to go to state, and that's really motivating. So I'm really encouraged by that. We've got some really strong players at the JV. And I like the fact that we can move kids varsity to JV and really play both teams well.
My favorite moment of the season would have to be Sean Fritner qualifying for sectionals. This was a day after he rolled his ankle in practice. He was able to gut it out and make it. The quality I'm most proud of is being able to work together and push each other. Whenever a guy's not having a good day, we have other teammates that step up and push them along.
How do you feel about the future, the underlevel programs and direction of the program?
At the JT Taylor invite, we had 3 guys in the top 10 that medaled. So I'd say for that, progress was huge for us.
Okay.
My favorite memory would have to be when we were at the Texas Roadhouse up in Wisconsin, and every single guy ordered steak.
Yeah. How much did you eat?
I had cheese fry appetizer with bacon and sour cream. I then had a steak with a side of more fries and some mashed potatoes.
Anything for dessert?
Yes, chocolate cake and a side of ice cream with fudge on top.
One of my favorite moments of the season is when the girls got the opportunity to go play the championship course over at Medina, which was home to the Ryder Cup a couple of years ago, and I think it was most exciting just to see the girls step on the tee, play the same holes as some of the best players in the world. It was an experience I'm sure they'll never forget, and one that they'll always look back on as something that allowed them to grow as players and see just how cool the game of golf really is. One of my favorite memories of this season, although there was a ton to choose from, had to be just the competitive nature of the regional meet over at the Bridges of Poplar Creek, where both Mia Loxley and Gabby Vasquez in the senior class were able to post load scores and advance on to an opportunity to compete at the sectional meet over at Cog Hill. I think it was a testament to everything they've put in throughout their career here, and it was nice to see them rewarded for that behavior. So that definitely is one of my favorite memories of this season competitively. There are far too many funny, special moments to count with the team, so we'll stick to that. First off, there's girls of all ages who came together to really create this culture where the role was valued no matter where they came in as a team. We have girls that have been playing since just this summer as well as for years, but each of them approached golf with just motivation to learn the game and discipline to grow in it. And without question, I'm excited for the future of the program and the direction that it's about to go. We had a lot of youth this year that were willing to do what it takes in order to succeed in the game of golf. I think that was evident in summer. We had Maggie Cronin coming in before 6 a.m. tee time just to get on the putting green and work on reading some lines. And I think this demonstration of a passion for learning the game and taking pride in how you approach it is something that shows a level of maturity, and embracing that how you do things and go about them is just as significant as the outcomes that are achieved. Instead, the sky's the limit, and I'm excited to see where the girls take that in the next 9 months and the coming years.
This year's girls cross country season was simply fantastic. The number of kids just continues to grow, and our team just continually exceeds the number expectations, and then their improvement every single year is just so surprising. Kids who come out and doubt their running abilities are coming out who never really thought that they could run, they just wanted to be a participant, and then by the end of the season they're so enthusiastic, they love the season and they improve so much, and they're doing things that they never thought that they could do before. A favorite moment of the season is the senior speeches at one of the pasta parties. They were so heartfelt and just brought up so many great memories over the last 4 years, and it was a nice way that they could share their love of the sport and what it meant to them and have the rest of the team see it and feel it. truly was a great year. I'd like to thank the GAB for the clock purchase that they have made for us that will elevate our level of dual meets so that it feels more like an invite. So thank you very much to the GAB for purchasing that.
Okay, so we've had some really great moments, like just today, after we finished our race, we all had a group hug, and then we did the hokey pokey, and we were just like really close as a team, and that's one of my favorite things about being in cross country here. And I'd really like to thank my coaches and just the team in general for being a really supportive place to go after school, and where everyone feels like they really belong. And I'm really glad that I qualified to state, because it's really good for our program. And it's just like, I'm glad that I represent all the hard work of everyone on our team, even though everyone doesn't get to go.
I think the favorite moment of the season is always the beginning and all the excitement from the kids. They brought a lot of energy, and they really maintained it, I think, throughout the course of the season. So I know it's maybe generic, but I think it definitely fits with what our team and what our program is shooting for. A lot of excitement.
What does FIRE mean?
Fraternity, integrity, responsibility, and effort. And it's one of those things that every coach talks about. Coach Sanchez and Coach Travapoulos designed practices early on just around those principles, and the kids had a chance to embrace it, which I think will be great going forward. And every day in practice, we try to bring up something that matched with one of those to make sure we were being the best versions of ourselves. You know, I think we had a lot of adversity this year. We had a lot of injuries at the varsity level, and guys definitely stepped up, next man up sort of philosophy, which I think was really good. And that's just something I think that every athlete has to understand. They never know when they're going to be called upon. And I thought the guys that we had that weren't injured filled in great. Well, I've said this a few times. I've only been in an ambulance twice in my life, and both times is with Krista Guadarrama. I'm hoping to never do that again, but that is something that I will forever remember. And Chris, thank you for that opportunity. Thank you, Gab, for the signage that's out there in the field. It looks amazing with the rest of the turf that we installed, and also thank you for accepting the proposal for soccer goals. So next season will just be that much better. I think I shake about 100 hands a day. And that is a great testament to the players in our program. They're really connected with the coaches. Our numbers have never been better, and the excitement from those kids and coach, what can I do to get better going forward, definitely exists. So, you know, the wins are come and go, but the energy and the desire to be better and get involved in other sports, I think, is going to be something that defines the entire program for soccer.
My favorite moment was when I found out that I was an all-conference player and all-sectional too. I would like to thank my coaches and my teammates. They helped me get through the season. It was a really hard season. They helped me get better as a player. The player that pushed me most in the team was Misa Contreras. He's a really hard worker, and he wants everyone in the team to work hard every practice. The thing I would miss the most is the coaches and my teammates. It's a really good group of guys, and I'll miss them a lot.
Favorite moment of the season, I think, is the culmination of our 3 conference meets. We go frosh off, and then we go JV, and then we go varsity. And I'd say it's because the swimming is, the girls work really hard all year long, and you kind of see a little bit of improvement here or there, but then at the end, we had huge time drops. We had 25 brand new freshmen, sophomores, never swam before. And by the time we got to our freshman, sophomore conference meet, all lifetime best times, 100% down the board, and by big numbers. So that would be probably the frosh off swim meet. The time that they put in the pool, it's a long sport. I mean, my varsity program still has 2 more weeks before they're finished, so it's a long season, and the freshmen and sophomores and my juniors and seniors have done a great job. They have a dedication that's beyond what I expected. Yeah, I'd like to thank the GAB for their consideration all years. In the past, they've done great things for us, I really appreciate. I was a former. My kids went to school here, so I really appreciate their efforts and what they do for all of our programs, and girls and boys swimming in particular. And then I would like to comment about our varsity conference, what we just had, because our girls section, our season still has 2 weeks to go. We have 2 weeks till sectionals. At our conference meet, we took ninth place. Our goal was 8th. We expected 9th, and we did that. I had a senior, Sarah Lazowska, who placed 11th and got individual points. And our big points came from a freshman diver and a springer who got a 5th place medal. And in the Mid-Suburban League Conference, it's a tough diving conference. To finish 5th is exceptional. So she had a great season.
As I look back on the 2015 football season, my favorite moment, if I had to put it into one simple moment, would be at the Buffalo Grove high school game. For a number of reasons. One, it was our first opportunity playing in an MSL East conference game against 2 evenly matched teams. The game went for 4 quarters. It was electrifying at the end, and we were able at the end in overtime to pull out a victory. And to see the excitement on the players, coaches, and fans' faces is one memory that I'll cherish for a long time here. I think going in from week 1 all the way to week 9, the one quality that stood out to me with our football team is, the never quit, always fight to the end through 4 quarters. And truly that's a characteristic and a quality they can carry on with them through the rest of their lives. And, applying that, they'll be able to be successful down the road. I think the future is bright here at Elk Grove High School. As you look at it from the freshman level, numbers are at an all-time high. The sophomores were really able to finish the season out strong, winning their last 2 conference games. Having an opportunity to travel with us up at Wheeling High School was a memory that I think that they'll never forget. And I think the leadership that we have coming back right now, it's really exciting time to be a part of the Grenadier football family. Lastly, as I finish up here, I want to thank all the GAB members for all their support throughout the season and the off-season, providing us with everything that we need to be a successful program. I'd like to thank the parents, the community, the Gren Nation for being with us, whether it be at home or away. We always had a great sense of community and support, and for that, I'd like to thank everybody. And as always, go Grens.
Beating Buffalo Grove and getting our first win in like 2 years, it was great. Thanks to Bobby making the extra point.
Who would you like to thank?
All the coaches, all my teammates, especially Coach Milligan. Coach Milligan's been pushing me since junior year and made me a lot better, made our team a lot better. And then every single coach, and Coach Sigmund for coming in here first year and really giving us a senior year to be proud of.
What will you miss most about football?
Just the camaraderie with the team. Really good friends with all the guys and turned into a family. I miss everything a lot.
Probably my most favorite was when we beat BG. Obviously, it's our first win in 2 years, the program, and it's just a really awesome moment. I'd like to thank all the coaches. They're a great bunch of guys and giving us all the tools to be successful in life, not just on the football field, but also off the field. Playing with all my teammates. It's been 4 years with these guys. I love them to death. And I'm just going to miss all of it. Favorite moments of the season was definitely when the fans stormed the field after our overtime win versus Buffalo Grove. That was a fantastic moment, and who could forget us taking it to Prospect in the second to last game of the season. I'd like to thank all the coaches, my offensive line. They keep me standing straight, and a special thanks to Coach Wright for working with me all year. I'm going to miss my coaches and my teammates the most, and going to practice every day after school, something to look forward to. And I'm definitely going to miss the Friday night lights.
Alright, it's difficult to choose my favorite moments of the season because there were definitely lots this season. Any of our 4-3 varsity wins during the season were very memorable. We can never win as a team with 3 or less individual wins, so winning all 3 of our crossover matches this year against Schaumburg, Conant, and Fremd was an awesome accomplishment for our girls. Winning sectionals as a team was an incredible experience, and I'm so proud of the girls on our team this year. There were a total of 10 teams at sectionals. The top 4 singles players qualify for state, and the top 4 doubles teams qualify for state. It was so awesome to qualify as a team this year and get first place. We edged out Lake Park and Rolling Meadows by 1 point, so it was definitely a very close competition. I am most proud of the camaraderie between the players. of on the team this year. I know at the state tennis tournament, they were texting me to get updates about each other, which I thought was really cute. I loved the support this year from the faculty and students. It was unbelievable. A little support can go a long way. So congrats again to Jelena Vujanik for finishing 9 to 12 at state. So top 12 at state is incredible. As a team, Elk Grove finished in 16th place this year. So that's our best finish ever. Also, thank you to the Grenadier Athletic Booster for the purchase of a subscription to Jorge Capistani's tennisdrills.tv website.
Probably the first day at state because everybody, like the nation and a bunch of classes came out to watch me, so it was really nice to have them cheering for me. It really helped, honestly. Like I didn't know if I would have came back in that second set if it wasn't for them. Coach Fisher for working with me through my busy schedule and helping me get in like good practices in. And also Coach Julie for having all the necessary equipment, like the tape measures to measure the net, during conference, and also candy for practice. Just to keep trying, never give up. Don't think just because you come in at freshman level that you're going to stay at that level. You get better and better every year. I'm going to miss bonding with the team after matches and going out for frozen yogurt after matches.
My favorite moment of the season is when I qualified for state with my doubles partner. It felt really good and we felt really achieved and we worked really hard in that match, and then knowing of just going to state, it was amazing.
When I found out
I was going to state, I was really happy. I was excited. I had mixed emotions. I was proud of me and Lauren. So
cool.
I would like to thank Miss Fisher, Miss Julie, and Coach Ray for all their support over the season and for them coaching me through all of it. So what I'm gonna miss most about the season is my team and like going to meets, and it was so fun. Like I don't know, I really liked it, and I'm gonna miss it a lot. But there's next season, so.
My favorite moment of the season was probably our last match during sectionals. We were just so happy and like really pumped and ready to win. I would like to thank Coach Ray, Coach Julie, and Coach Fisher. They made practices really fun. And then my doubles partner, Yovana, and it was nice being partners with her. Just that I really liked the overall team bonding and stuff.
So my favorite moment of the season, I've got a couple of them. I definitely would say our crossover match against Hoffman Estates was awesome. We went 3, we just played really, really, really well. The stats in our third set was really good, and it felt really good moving into the postseason off of an awesome win. So that was really good, and I would say our coaches scrimmage, we got ready for our postseason. Every year we do this where the coaches scrimmage against the varsity girls. And not only was that practice and that just game playing really fun, but we also had a lot of fun. Afterwards, we took the girls to Portillo's, and I was telling the girls about this the other day. It was really fun. We had dinner, we ate, and then on the way home, I was driving the white bus, and the girls they had a playlist, they were singing, they were just having a really, really, really good time.
Charge down the field, push on to victory, we will never yield.
This team is so special. They are a really special group of girls. The entire season, they were just super, super, super positive. And I appreciated that. We talked about just improving and getting better and working on honing specific skills. And they stuck to that. They were positive the entire season, really. And I think the second word that I would use to describe this team is accountable. We talked a lot about that this year, that if you make a mistake, that's okay. You're a human being, shake it off. And they didn't get angry at each other. They did a really good job of taking accountability for their own contributions on the court, and that's definitely a word that I would use to describe this group. I mean, they're positive, they're accountable, good kids towards each other, really. We'd like to thank Gab. I was so excited when they came in. So we got these new nets, these 4 brand new nets, and they've got the EG logo. So at the top of the nets, they're customized. And not a lot of schools have that yet. I mean, we're definitely kind of one step ahead of the game in regards to customizing the top of our nets. So we were really, really, really excited about that. To to kind of wrap up my thoughts on the season, we're going to miss this group of seniors, really, really outstanding leaders. As I mentioned earlier, just really positive kids who set outstanding examples for all of our younger class women. So I'm really grateful to our seniors for being the leaders that they were. Awesome kids this year, and then we're really excited about what the future holds for the program. We moved a lot of young girls up. We've got a couple freshmen, a couple sophomores, quite a few juniors who will be returning on our varsity program this year. So we're really, really, really excited about that. And even just knowing the group of girls that we have, our sophomore and our JV teams should be really competitive next year as well. So we're really excited about what the future holds for the program too.